This summer solstice brings the launch of Synchronicity University. So excited about finally presenting you guys with a free, online, fully accessible data bank of astrology classes. You can watch lessons right now at synchronicityuniversity.com and of course my YouTube channel, nadiyashah.com. Hello, fabulous Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2015 Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month for love. Well, first of all, lots of emotions playing out. As I said in the general focused horoscope, we have got you starting the month off with a full moon, ending the month on a full moon, and then Venus goes retro in late part of the month. Now, what's also really interesting with Venus, Venus starts off the month with Jupiter in the sky. So these two planets are meeting in the sky. Essentially, Jupiter is magnifying Venus's energy, goddess of love energy, right at a full moon. So we're starting the month with this real focus as a collective on love. And that focus will only become more important, will only internalize and magnify that much more as we progress. And by the time we get to the late part of the month and Venus stands still in the sky, all of us are going to be considering matters of the heart. Regardless of how much of a priority it's been before, it will become a more important part of our conversations and also our inclinations as well. And this certainly is true for you. Venus is your ruling planet after all. And so whatever Venus does in general speaks that much more importantly to your journey. But with Venus retrograde later this month happening in a part of the sky for you at the very base of your chart, it says to me, look, Venus retrograde is about love, past, right? Retrograde, return, going back. Venus, love of the past, in the part of the sky that represents the past as well. You are one of the signs indicated right about now, most likely to experience loves from the past returning. And this becomes that much more magnified when I consider that you actually have been having, and especially as the month begins, as Jupiter meets Venus in the sky. Jupiter's already been going through this part of the sky for the last year. So you have been, in your own way, healing the past, healing matters of what were. Now it's about allowing it to reach that much closer to heart and healing matters of heart that have passed. So if you've been carrying any residual, you didn't realize it, this is going to be a time when all of that is going to come to the surface. And it's also possible that loves from the past are going to come back. Now, somebody asked me recently on social media, when you say the past, what do you mean? Do you mean a year ago? Do you mean like how far back? Well, here's the thing. For your sign, for Taurians specifically, this Venus retrograde is happening in a part of the sky that has to do with the early part of life. It has to do with your home, your childhood, your first home rather. And so whatever it is that you identify as home, when you think about it, and those first key experiences, those foundational experiences, and the place that love was in at that time, well, it's going to be those that come back specifically for you. Now, what type of lovers from the past or partners from the past come up is going to depend on your sign. But again, specifically for Taurians out there, this has to do with like the first love. This has to do with the childhood sweetheart. These are the types of experiences you're likely to be calling forward right about now. Reconnections with these types of people. They may not be romantic connections. It might be that these people show up, but they're already taken and you're already taken and you're not even thinking about them in that way. But for some reason, they've come back so that you can further understand what that time meant for you and what that connection meant to you in the past so that you can be more fully in the present as you move forward from here. So those of you in an established bond, well, look, this that I've just described is good for just regardless of where you are right now in terms of your relationship status. If you're in an established bond, again, this could be you just reconnecting or hearing rather innocently of love from the past. But also this has to do with love of home, right? And the love that you associated with home. And so as such, I do think, again, regardless of your relationship status, there is going to be an eye of looking at the dynamic that you saw in very early life and how it has shaped what you understand as love now. Now, this is really important because this will allow you to decide if you like where you are. This will allow you to decide more clearly the direction in which you desire to go. So this is ultimately about bringing new light, shedding greater consciousness on some of your earliest interpretations of love, your earliest examples of love, and from there deciding what love is going to mean for you as you gear up to move forward towards greater love as you define it for yourself. So very important regardless of where you are in terms of your current relationship status. Those of you in an established bond are going to find yourselves needing to heal stuff from the past. If there's stuff that happened long ago, if you've been with this person for a while, or even not, even if it's your own stuff, it's going to be coming up so that you can heal it, so that you can let it go. Those of you who are dating somebody, I think this is going to be one of those times when you realize that, oh my God, this person is just like my parent. Like you are just going to shock yourself by realizing that. I think there's going to be some moment when you realize this person is just like that person from my childhood, that primary caregiver from my childhood, or might be like somebody that you were with a long time ago. So it's going to be about you appreciating where you are now and helping you to understand what was differently. Those of you open to meeting somebody new, I think that the likelihood of you meeting somebody and feeling that this person is so much like somebody you knew a long time ago that it's almost uncanny is very strongly indicated with this move of Venus going retrograde in this particular part of your sky. One thing is for sure though, this month has love and emotion for all of us. And for you, this month really is about understanding how the past matters of heart speak to where you are today, allowing you to bring clarity and initiating a slow process of either closure or a reconfiguration so you realize how good things had been so that you can live more in the present and move towards a future in love that you like very much.